Hello, welcome to a new vlog. What is today? Saturday. I completely blanked on what day it is because it's been a bit of a, not really a hectic week, but just one of those weeks where you have to do something out of your normal routine and it kind of just throws you off a little bit. Anyways, hello. I just finished refreshing my hair because it was a frizz ball and complete mess because it's been rainy, humid weather, so I had to fix it because it wasn't dirty. It wasn't time to wash it yet, and I might go swimming tomorrow, so I definitely wasn't gonna wash my hair if I was gonna go swimming. Anyway, we got some coffee. I'm doing some iced coffee this morning, or cold brew coffee. I buy cold brew concentrate and I mix it with some cream and a little bit of water. And here we go. I normally buy it to put in my smoothies, but I didn't feel like, it's so hot. Even though I have the AC on and I'm in the house, it's still, you can feel the heat like through the walls and next to the windows, and you just get hot really easily, right? It's like the heat index is like in the hundreds this week. Anyway, so yeah, I don't want anything hot. I've already had my smoothie this morning. I've kind of been tinkering around with a at-home smoothie recipe to kind of replicate the Keto Coffee Champ from Smoothie King, which is my favorite smoothie. It tastes so good. I don't care about like the keto stuff. I'm like, I don't follow keto. I just don't want sugar and carbs in my diet. But I'm not like worried about going to ketosis, eating all these extra fats and stuff. No, I'm just trying not to bring in a shit ton of processed sugar into my diet. Yeah, I just focus on like kind of clean diet. A lot of times stuff that says keto though, it kind of works within my dietary restrictions. But I've been tinkering with a recipe at home, and I cannot find a protein mix that I really like. The only one I like is one made by SlimFast, which I know SlimFast not the most clean thing, but when you read the ingredients, it's pretty comparable to all the other protein powders and all that out there. And I just can't find out. I don't like the taste of like whey protein. Like, I can't stand that taste that has. And this one doesn't taste like, I think I get the one that's called intermittent fasting because it has the less sugar in it and less carbs than the other ones. They're all pretty comparable, and all of them pretty much have like don't have too many carbs or sugar in them. I sit there and read like freaking comparing the back of protein mixes and all that stuff. I think I spent like 30 minutes doing that yesterday at Walmart. Just, yeah. Anyway, I do like one protein powder mix that you actually can get over in the baking section. That's like a organic, clean plant protein one. That one's pretty good. It's kind of hard to incorporate into your liquids. You have to put it in the blender. But I found, putting a little bit of coffee in there, the cold brew. I put a little bit of like an MTC oil or something for energy, and I try to find like maybe collagen, something like that I can add in if I need to. Now the protein mix I'm getting now, which is the SlimFast one, actually has a good bit of collagen and tons of vitamins, and it's a very well-rounded, because it's meant to be a meal replacement, it's a very well-rounded mix of lots of good stuff in there. So I don't have to do too much alchemy, making me, I'm not making too many potions over here to make a smoothie. But I do add a little bit of the MTC powder in, just because I like things that give me energy, and it's really good for your brain and focus, and yeah. So anyways, I'm tinkering with that. It came out pretty good today. Yeah, I think I might have kind of locked in on a good protein smoothie mix that I can use for breakfast that isn't like, it's something that I can also use if I want to just replace a meal with it too, because I don't always want to eat breakfast. That's the thing. I'm not a get up and eat person, but I know that if I get up and go straight into drinking coffee, that's bad for you too. So I'm trying to balance that out, and I have noticed incorporating the smoothies in and at least something for breakfast has really made a difference in how I feel throughout the day, and just all around, just I feel like it's doing good things for me. Pumpkin, what? She's whining at me. But anyway, enough about that. That's neither here nor there. I'm just kind of experimenting with breakfast options. Like, I will go for egg bites for breakfast. Like, I'll go get those from a little coffee shop by the house. They have really yummy egg bites. Or I buy the frozen ones, but I can't. The frozen ones have been out of stock lately, so I have to go to the store. I have to go to the coffee shop to get those if I want them. And I prefer the frozen ones. Honestly, I think they taste better. I'm funny about eggs. Eggs are not my favorite thing. I don't know. I have to be really hungry, I guess, to eat eggs. But it's good protein, so I'm trying. I'm trying to really increase that protein intake. And just also all around good nutrient intake. It's a struggle. It really is, because I realized that I just wasn't eating enough at all beforehand. Like, I was one meal a day, and it wasn't a very well-rounded meal. I was not taking very good care of myself as far as diet goes. Even though I wasn't eating junk, I wasn't eating enough. And that is definitely a very important thing, is to make sure you're taking enough calories and nutrients and all that, because you're gonna feel like crap and your body is gonna suffer. Either way, neither here nor there. I'm just tinkering with some new smoothie mixes, and I think I've come with something I like for now. I might head over to a health food store one day and try to find some different alternatives, because I just go to like Walmart, like little Walmart by my house, and none of the little stores close to me that are convenient just to go to have more than like 3 or 4 options. I know the Alani brand, I've heard good things about this Alani brand, but the flavors that they had, I was not into. And I was also like looking at pre-workout. I'm like, why would anybody take a pre-workout? Just drink some coffee. I don't understand the point of a pre-workout. I really don't. I'm like, I will just drink a cup of coffee and I'm good. It's been a week. I kind of took off vlogging. I always do that on weeks when I have a doctor's appointment with my breast doctor, because I'm weird and I still get a little panicky about those appointments. Like, day and a half leading up to the appointment, I was definitely like on edge, panic attack, like verging on I could easily have a panic attack, but I didn't. But it was kind of like that something little could set it off type of thing, like having that kind of shaky, just kind of feeling. It's a particular feeling, you know, when you're kind of in the headspace of one is coming. So it's kind of like in that headspace, and I always get that way with the breast doctor. It's just a trigger thing, because of history, and you know, it's one of those things. I have like kind of like a PTSD thing around it, and severe anxiety around that sort of stuff involving cancer. Not regular doctor checkups, anything other than that, I'm chill. It's just when it comes to like the breast health thing, that's a different story. I was kind of verging on that for like a couple of days, and then the day of the appointment, I just didn't want to vlog, just in like, I don't know, I'm weird about that. Had my 6-month checkup, and this is over 6 months ago, and we did like the ultrasound and just like a physical exam, and she's like, there's no changes, everything is looking really good in there. So far the breast health is good. I have fibrocystic breast disease is what we're also monitoring, just making sure that's not going crazy and growing and changing, because that can grow and change and cause pain and different little issues in and of itself, but it also makes it hard to detect breast cancer and stuff, because it kind of hides it. So that's why I go get advanced mammograms every year, and MRIs every year, and ultrasounds every year, and check in with the doctor every 6 months, and get just physical exams, all the things. So anyway, she's like, everything is looking really good. You're not in an emergency situation. She's like, I think you've got time to plan and prepare, and there's no need to rush anything right now. And she wants me to take a full year to get myself in like the best physical health possible. She's like, I want you to focus on your cardiovascular system. I want you to focus on your lung health, your core, your chest muscles. I want you to incorporate some extra cardio in when you're working out. Try to get yourself just in the most peak health as you can just do the best I can to get in the best health possible, so we have the best outcome when I do have surgery, because I am going to have a mastectomy and reconstruction. And it's still up in the air about like which type I go with. I'm leaning towards one of the flap surgeries, and that one is the more invasive, risky, scary, very major surgery. There's a lot of options out there, so it's going to come down to talking to a surgeon which path I go for sure. But I do so much research that sometimes I'm like, you end up with that, you're just paralyzed with decisions because there's so many options and so much information to take in that's just like, I don't even know anymore what I'm reading. Anyway, she wants me to take this year to just, also for my mental preparedness, but to really get my body ready for whatever surgery I choose. Because she's like, the better you are going in, the better you will be coming out, the quicker your recovery, you'll be back in the gym sooner, you'll be back to your normal life sooner, and there's less risks of any sort of complications, because there's, risks of necrosis of tissue and all kinds of risks involved, infection, this and that, and it's a lot. It's not a simple little, it's not like getting your gallbladder taken out. There's a lot to this. Yeah, so she's like, just wants my heart to be strong and my circulatory system to be very strong, because you do need that to be kind of in good position, because you need to be able to reestablish blood flow. I have the time, she said, because I have the time to prepare for it, and it's not the emergency situation. She's like, take this time as kind of a gift and an opportunity to give yourself the best outcome and really work hard on that and have that be the goal. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking a year, and we're going to revisit everything in spring of 2024. Spring, summer 2024. So it also kind of gives me a little bit of I feel like a little bit of a weight lifted, because I mentally wasn't ready to do this for this spring. I still felt very lost in the decision process and everything, and just was still feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And this gives me another year to really think about what route I want to go, and get myself into good physical shape, because I was not in good physical shape when I first started going to the doctor, to the breast doctor. Wasn't a good candidate for some of the procedures I was thinking about, and now I think I have better odds, and I don't feel like I feel like I could get myself into better physical shape too in between there. Anyway, so just having this year to kind of prepare physically, mentally, financially. That's another thing. It kind of lessened that burden of the financial side of it, because I know insurance is covering it, but there's still a deductible that you have to meet, and I have a fairly high deductible. I don't have the highest deductible in the world, but it's not, it's not super cheap either. It's not money that you just have laying around. So there's that, and that gives me time to work towards that goal as well, with some breathing room. Anyway, I think it's gonna work out for the best this way. I feel like we're on a good course. Things feel right. And I was talking to my mother-in-law, and she said the same thing. She's like, the timing of this is good, because she wants to take care of me after the surgery. She's like, I want to be there with you for all this. I haven't talked about this on any of my videos, but she was diagnosed with breast cancer 2 months ago, and it was caught very early, very lucky. They removed just the lump. They just did a lumpectomy, and she's going to be on a hormone blocker for 5 years, because the type of cancer she had was something to do with like ductal something. I can't even think of the name now, what type it was. It's one that happens commonly with menopause and hormonal changes and stuff, and it's in the milk duct. So they're going to put her on a medication for that, and she's going to do 5 weeks of radiation as a precaution, just to really make sure. And they gave her the option of whether she wanted to do the radiation or not. So it's more of a precautionary thing, but they're like, She'll probably do it just to be really on the safe side and you won't have to worry. So she's gonna do that. It's like 5 days a week for 5 weeks straight. So yeah, she's like, I want to be able to be there for you. And she's like, so this gives me time to get myself sorted out. It was like, yeah. She's just very sweet about that kind of stuff. And she is truly like the most maternal person I've ever met. And just wants to be a mom and mother you and baby you. And I'll take it. So anyway, she's like, this is going to work out so much better. She's like, because I'll be done with all this stuff. And yeah, and she's also like changed her lifestyle too. And is working out and getting healthy and taking care of herself. Like the whole family is doing this right now. Like we're all on this little train together. And it's kind of funny that nothing really spurted on. We just all decided, hey, we're going to get healthy. And then there'd be actual medical reasons to do it too. But like her, like aunts and uncles, everybody, cousins, they're all working towards these a little bit healthier goals right now and just taking better care of ourselves. And it's kind of neat that we're all in this journey together, literally the entire family. Anyway, having that year, I think it's gonna be, I feel like I can breathe a little easier. That year giving me a little more time to get into better physical health. I really like that I have that opportunity to do that. The doctor was talking to me about it. She was like, take this as basically as a gift, as this opportunity that you can put yourself in a position for a really good outcome that a lot of people don't get. I love my breast doctor, by the way. She's sitting there and talked to me for probably 20 something minutes, just chatting about all this kind of stuff, and she's so good giving like a pep talk and like just making you feel good. I don't think I've had a doctor with such compassionate, sweet bedside manner where she just wants to like hug you and tell you it's gonna be okay. You know, that kind of thing. It's what I need in a doctor, definitely. It was so hot that day, and my doctor is a little over 2 hours away from me. So it's a decent little drive, and we take kind of a back road way to get there because it's less traffic, and it takes the same amount of time. You just avoid some traffic. But the way we'd always go into town was kind of the backwards way, to where it's not much to look at. Like it's country, and then a little bit of a beginnings of a city, and you're kind of coming in like the old way, I guess you could say. So everything's a little bit run down. There's not a lot of restaurants. There's nothing to see. And I was like, man, there's nothing to eat around here. There's a Jack in the Box and like a couple of fast food places that you pass on the way in. And so we Googled restaurants of somewhere to eat while we were there. It's like, let's get some nice to eat, not get stopped at a fast food place. And I saw that one of my favorite restaurants that is called Zia, that they have in Lafayette, that's like a rotisserie place. I love this restaurant. They have the best collard greens I've ever had at a restaurant, and collard greens are my favorite food. It's an odd thing to be your favorite thing, but it is my favorite thing in the world, and it's been my favorite thing since a little kid. And theirs are just perfection. And they have this rotisserie tenderloin steak cut with a mushroom glaze that is to die for. So it's like, oh, there's a Zia's like right around the corner, or Zia, and it looks like it's right around the corner from us. What? And so we turn the corner, and there's this beautiful bougie part of town that was just like, oh my god, this was right here the whole time. There's a California Closets. I didn't even know we had those here. Like there's all these like kind of bougie stores and fancier restaurants, and like this very new part of town, which honestly looks exactly like the newer part of town in Lafayette and here. Like you can't tell me I'm not in Lafayette, the west part, Alexandria. It all looks the same to me. Like the same type of architecture, same type of buildings, same businesses, except obviously this is Baton Rouge, so it's way bigger and there's way more stores like that. I got really excited about seeing a California Closets. I don't know why I got so excited about that. But I was like, I just want to go in there and look at all the organizational options and like dream closets. But this was like the fancy part of town, right? And there's these beautiful like condos and stuff in the area. I was like, dang, this is a cool part of town. Now we know this is here, and it's very, very easy to get to from my doctor's appointment or my doctor's office. It's like literally like around the block. So yeah, we'll probably be hitting up some more stuff in that area now that I know all that's there and can plan for it. That was kind of cool, and we got to have like a really nice sit down dinner. And this Zia was like way fancier. I think it was newer than the one that's in Lafayette. Like, it was very good food. Oh my goodness. So delicious. The only thing is the GPS routed us back to come home through the main part of Baton Rouge, which is an absolute nightmare. You've heard of Houston traffic, Atlanta traffic, New York traffic. Baton Rouge traffic is a whole nother, well, it's probably about like, yeah, it's probably nothing compared to Houston traffic, but it's enough to make me stressed out and hate it so much. So the first exit we found to get off of the interstate, to get onto like the back way to come home, I think it's 90 that we take to come home. We took that exit real fast. The only like downside, the way that we get there taking these back ways, the scenic route as they call it, is there's speed traps. But Google tells you, like GPS, the Google Maps tells you when there's a speed trap. It'll go dum dum dum, speed trap ahead. It's like nice. So yeah, there's definitely quite a few speed traps on the way to and from, but as long as you don't follow the speed limit, you're fine. And yeah, there's not that many places to stop if you need to pee. Like, there's definitely a good almost hour stretch of nothing but farmland, but it's still a nicer drive. And you know, we saw 7 or 8 Teslas on the way to and from Baton Rouge. I was surprised by how many we saw. I'm like, and making a long trip, and there was definitely no places to charge in that 2-hour block. There is nowhere to charge. There's barely a gas station. There's a few truck stops, some truck stop casinos when you start to get closer to Baton Rouge. Anyways, like, I feel like there's way more Tesla sales than what we see. If I see as many as I do in central Louisiana area, they must be way more popular than I'm thinking. I took a drink of my coffee in the car, and I had a big mouthful of it, and a little bit dripped down my throat and choked me, and I ended up spitting coffee all out in the car. And I just looked at my husband and was like, and this is why we can't have a white interior. Because he keeps talking about the white interior on the Tesla. I'm like, dude, my little self-tan covered makeup fingers, messy gremlin self cannot handle a white interior in a vehicle. And like, see, thank goodness we're almost home, because I mean, it was a lot of coffee all down me. I'm excited. I'm glad we found this part of Baton Rouge, and this little area wasn't crazy busy either. Like, the traffic wasn't bad. It's not bad until you get out on like the, I guess they're like expressway area, and like, well, the overpasses and exits and ons in the interstate. I think it's I-10. I'm not great with roads, like names of roads. I don't drive, so I don't have to know these things. But it's like a madhouse, like, especially going over like the bridge, going over the Mississippi River, when you can see like the state capitol and the warship down there you can tour and all this stuff. That's the very hectic kind of anxious area. That was my interesting week, though. Nothing too exciting. But yeah, we might be going swimming tomorrow. I'm still on the fence, depends. But I think we're gonna go swimming, because I mean, it is 100 degrees out. I'm like, do I want to risk a sunburn, even though I'm gonna cover myself in SPF? I'm still gonna get slightly burned, I know that. But also swimming, a nice day out. We'll see. And the weather's actually been pretty nice the last couple of days. It's not been storming. PR. I got a couple things in. I got the Virtue Alpha Carotene something here, full shampoo and conditioner. This is meant to condition, thicken, and revive. So I'm pretty excited about these. These look like really nice packaging. I know I've used something from Virtue in the past, like a sample size maybe. So yeah, I was excited about these. I like any sort of thickening shampoo conditioner system. I'm always down to try some new stuff for that because I have very fine, thin hair. And yeah, these look like really good products. I like the packaging too. It feels very nice. I like the grippiness of it. Great for wet hands. So let's see how this smells. That has a pretty smell. Just kind of a light, fresh, floral, yet citrus. Very nice fragrance. So that's nice. I'm going to use that Sunday, or tomorrow or Monday, hair washing day. This is what's getting used, and we will kind of give you a quick little review of it and how it works out. Let's see if we got a safety seal on this one too, I'm sure. This is the conditioner. I like this packaging. But yeah, I think I'm gonna film a video today. That's why I refreshed my hair and bothered with that. Yeah, really, really nice smell. It smells high end. It smells expensive. Very thick. I like that smell. Like, it has a clean, soapy smell to it, but there's also more. Like, it's a little bit complex. Very nice. And then we got from Sunday Riley, I got the Be Nice 10% Niacinamide Serum. This is a water-based 10% niacinamide serum supercharged with resveratrol. Reduces the look of pore size, surface redness, and blotchy tones for balanced, clear radiance. Okay, cool. Niacinamide, resveratrol. A lot of ingredients in here. Whole list here on the side. I'll pop a little thing on the screen showing you everything that's in here. And I'm not super well versed in niacinamide, so I'll try this. I have the Glow Recipe one that I feel like it's a little too much sometimes. So I think this will be a good option. I love just the packaging on Sunday Riley stuff. It comes like a freaking cell phone case. Like, this is, I keep this and use these little boxes because they are so sturdy. Like, these are boxes you can reuse. They are good for organizing, so I do keep them. And I just like the whole way everything's packaged from them. I think they do a good job of their packaging and their aesthetic. So yeah, so here's the product. This is like a really nice glass container. Purple, really pretty shade of purple. I want to see what the texture is like. Just twist open. Little pump. Ooh, it's purple. Oh yeah, very thin, watery, thin formula. Yeah, disappears. Nothing like the Glow Recipe that feels greasy. Yeah, this is, yeah, I'm gonna like this a lot more, I think. The Glow Recipe one, it's hit or miss for me. It really depends on how my skin feels, whether I want to use it or not, because it is a little greasy. But look, I like how all the stuff I got matches. It's all purple. Anyway, yeah, so that is what I'm up to today and this week. So I need to put a top coat on my nails real quick because I forgot to do that. Next week, we have bring the car to the shop, some maintenance, yay. But other than that, I don't think I have anything particularly planned. I've got content ready, so I just want to do a little film, like maybe just a chit chat, get ready with me type of thing today. I just want to sit down and play with my Yucca palette. Yucca. We looked at the pronunciation. It is Yucca, which I think just Yucca sounds better. But oh, I want to tell you, I went and got groceries yesterday. Now, grocery shopping has been a bit of a struggle for me this last year and a half, for a while, because my back and joints and issue. I was having a lot of trouble with all that. And, I went to PT, and even through PT, I started to get where it was a little easier to get out and do things, because I was having, pretty bad pain where I was like, need mobility aids bad and not able to walk. I went and got groceries yesterday. I was bouncing around the damn store like a 25-year-old again. Like, I felt 25. I had minimal pain compared to what I've been having. I didn't need to lean on a buggy the whole time. I had no trouble getting the groceries out of the buggy. loading them in the car. Like, I didn't need help with anything. You know how long it's been that I haven't needed some sort of assistance grocery shopping? Been a long time. Like, usually my husband has to help. You know, like, if anything, I like to go in by myself, and I just, you know, usually waits in the car. But he helps me unload them, bring them in the house. No issues. Like, usually getting the groceries out of the buggy and loading them onto the conveyors, kind of a challenge for me. I avoid self-checkouts because it's hard for me to do. No issues. Like, I mean, I had like a nagging little pain in my lower back and hip, but nothing compared to like what it used to be. So, progress is getting made, and that feels really good. That is why I'm on this strength training kick and trying to take better care of myself, because I'm tired of not being able to just do little things for myself, like go get groceries. It's made a difference. It really has. Like, I didn't feel this good during PT, because PT basically just kind of got me right on, kind of started on the right path, but you know, it doesn't cure you. It's just more to kind of get things going, get you a little better, but then kind of guide you into taking care of yourself. And I'm on the right track, it feels like, for the first time in a long time. I had almost given up, basically, on like, and accepted that, yeah, this is what life's going to be. I'm going to be in pain all the time. I'm not going to be able to do stuff. This is just what it is. And I don't know, I just kind of got this wild hair. I was like, no, I'm not going to accept this. I know this can be better. And just decided to kind of fight for myself a little bit here. And it's small things, like being able to clean the house without help, which is really nice. To be able to feel accomplished in these little things. To be able to mop the floor. I mopped the floor the other day like it was nothing. And that was such a good feeling. Sweeping, vacuuming, doing laundry, all these little things, and like standing up to do the dishes, being able to cook dinner without having to constantly go sit down because my back hurts, and accidentally food burning. Like, stuff like that feels so good, and just being able to go get my own groceries and get through the store and not feel like I'm about to die, or not having to have help to do stuff all the time. It's really nice. And yeah, I'm feeling hopeful and like positive for the first time in a long time about my physical state. I think I was just very, as the kids say on Twitter, black-pilled about it. Like, I was just like, nah, it's not getting better, this is just what it is. And now I'm the opposite. I feel very positive and very, very good. I'm like, why? Just all around. Mentally feeling good, physically. What's going on? Why am I such a positive pansy lately? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready to film, do some skincare and all that jazz. I figured we'd just sit here and talk while I did my nails and had some coffee and whatever. Well, it wasn't fresh in my brain what I wanted to talk about. And I'm letting my hair finish air drying. I will see you guys in a little while. Okay, we are getting ready for pool day. Got my swimsuit top on, and I'm about to put a t-shirt on over this. I'm just letting my sunscreen kind of soak in because I've just coated my body in SPF. I've got my Supergoop sunscreen for body, and I've got my face sunscreen here. It's a little sample I'm using up from Dr. Jart. I really like this SPF, by the way. It's really nice. So, face is coated in that, chest is coated, everything but my very back that I can't reach is coated in SPF, and I'll get my friend to rub down my back. Got my sun hat here. Your girl is ready for a pool day. And we put the hair in little braids to get it out of the way. So, yes. Exciting. I'm packing me a little bag. Throw in our sunscreen into our bag. Let me kind of set you up right here. So we're gonna put the sunscreen in this cute little tote bag that I got from Kors. It came in a gift set. So I'm gonna throw my SPF in here. I've got my t-shirt, which I'm gonna go ahead and throw on now. Like, I don't have any pool sandals. else. Some little knockoff Puma slides will do from Walmart 6 years ago. They're like my house shoes, but whatever. And I just grabbed this t-shirt. That's my husband's. It's like really too big for him. It's a big old loosey-goosey soft cotton shirt. But yeah, my swimsuit is quite old. Like the pads have came out for the chest part. I have another one, but it's got like a lot of straps and I get tangled in it and I didn't feel like fussing with it. It's one I need assistance to get into because I tangle myself up. But anyway, surprised they still fit because I bought them years ago. I bought these probably, I was about at least 30 pounds lighter when I bought them. And they fit, so thank goodness for stretchiness. Anyways, we've had our smoothie this morning for breakfast. It's about lunchtime now. Today, and I think we're gonna have some snacks over there. Pumpkin, you quit licking. She wants to lick my sunscreen off. So I think she's gonna have snack. She's bringing snacks, and there's gonna be like, you know, nibbles there. And I'm gonna just throw me some soda in here. I'm gonna make me a big thing of water with ice in like one of those insulated Yeti knockoff cups. Yeah, that's the plan for today, hopefully. It is very sunny. It is not boiling hot today like it has been. There's actually a really nice breeze. So it should be a good day for swimming. And yeah, just a nice way to kick off summer. I think we're gonna go swimming again next weekend, probably. Thank goodness we're friends with pools. So I'll get me a little exercise in today too, which is nice, because I haven't gotten to the gym this week. I've done some at-home stuff, but to me it just doesn't feel like it's sufficient enough. I will see you guys in a little while. Okay, hello, good morning. It's a little after morning at this point. I'm dragging today. We spent about 7 hours outside swimming and all that good stuff. So yeah, I just need to, my poor hair, pool chemicals, sunshine. Yeah, so I just doused my scalp in my Mielle rosemary oil and ran it through the lengths where I detangled it, because I slept with it in its braids and just had let it air dry. Because the last thing I wanted to do after getting home yesterday was like wash my hair. I rinsed my body off and went to bed. I was wore out. Of course, my ass is over at the deep end of the pool doing like extra cardio and stuff because I'm trying to increase my cardio. So I'm down there just swimming, just back and forth. And I thoroughly love swimming. Like, so yeah, I had a blast and I made friends with 2 big Great Danes. I've met these dogs before, but they're just so fun. They're so sweet. Like, I can never get over how massive they are. Especially because I have a very small dachshund, and then getting around like a Great Dane, it's like, how do you exist? It's like a horse. Their heads are just so big, they're bigger than my head. And when you're sitting in the chair, they just walk up to you and they're like looking at you eye level, just dead in the eye, like, sup, hey, pet me. Because they just come up and demand scratches. And so you give them some scratches and some love. And the younger one, he was just loving him some scratches. And I was just like sweet talking to him. I was like, oh, you're so pretty. You're such a handsome man. And he was just eating it up. His little tail was whacking. He's like, yes. And I started to get up. I was telling him bye. I started to get out of the chair and he put his head back over like, no, stay. So I sit back down, gave him a little more love. And then I started to get up again and he would kind of, would push his little face back towards me. And then he gave me a big old kiss on the cheek. And I was like, oh, you sweet boy. Because they're not real licky dogs. Like, they don't give a bunch of kisses. They don't attack you with licks. Just one big lick on the cheek. And I was like, sweet boy. Like, you just want to hug them and cuddle with them because they're just so big and just doofy. And they're very doofy. Just watch them walk around and do stuff. It's very funny. And talk about dogs that look like their owners. My goodness. Anyway, I did not burn. I got a little color, obviously, but I didn't burn. I didn't turn into a lobster. I coated myself in that super goop multiple times, and I also ended up like spraying some SPF 50 Kids sunscreen on my back at some point. I ended up putting sunscreen on my scalp because I could feel my scalp burning, even though I had my hat. So I have SPF in my hair as well. Yeah, but I coated my face down a couple of times. Zero burning on the face, which I'm impressed by. The shoulders are fine. I'm just a tad itchy from SPF and pool chemicals, I think, where I just kind of like feel like I want to do that. Like I feel a little dry, I guess. But yeah, I had like a little bit of redness like right here, in like a spot that I obviously missed putting SPF, but it's gone today, so that's cool. It wasn't too bad. But I saw it when I got home last night. I was like, damn it! One little patch that I just happened to miss. But yeah, my goodness, I swam my little butt off yesterday and had so much fun. We're supposedly gonna be going back at least probably not every single weekend because of weather and whatnot, but we are going to be going back over there frequently to swim and hang out. We're just going to like bring food over, bring some meat, because my friend who owns the house, it's his pool and stuff, he loves barbecuing, smoking meats, cooking, whatever. Like, he loves to entertain. He does that every weekend anyway. So we're like, if we have extra meat in our freezer or whatever, trying to get rid of it before hurricane season, we're gonna bring it over there and just let him cook it. And yeah, it was a fun day, really fun day. The water was like warm because it's so hot here right now. Like, the heat index yesterday was 113, and it felt every bit of 113, and the water was even like warm. And my friend had bought some like little rubber piping things, like kind of like a wire, and he strung them up around the outside of the house where the pool and like kind of patio area is, where you hang out. And he has like, tables and chairs and stuff. He has one of those really nice, perfect, entertaining spaces in a home. It's a newer home that has like the kind of the U shape where it's got the covered part, and then it comes out to like a nice place to sit where you have like fire pits and all that. Then there's the pool. And he's going to actually be building a deck onto the side where he's going to put in a wood fire oven and all kinds of stuff. He likes his outdoor kitchen stuff. He already has like a full outdoor kitchen off the pool house. Anyway, he ran these little wiry things up and hooked them to the water hose, and they blow mist down, and it blows it perfectly where we were sitting. Like, you could get under the covered area and not really feel it, but if you're out at the other table with the umbrella and stuff, you get misted with this lovely fine mist. It's like what they have at theme parks and all that. I did not know you could purchase these at home, and how easy that is to just string up. He put them in some hooks he already had up for Christmas lights, and just around the outside, and hooked it up to the water hose spigot, and it was lovely. And you could feel it in the pool too, especially like the wind would catch it. So if you're like sitting on like a floaty or something, it would hit you. I'm not a floaty girl. Like, I'm just a let me swim kind of girl. I might take a pool noodle when I get tired, and I'll just kind of hang around on that, but I still am like constantly kicking my legs, doing something, just because I love just exercising in the pool. So even when I'm just hanging out being social, I'm still like kind of doing a little workout. And anyways, my other friends, they just want to like lay out and like tan. And no, I'm like, get me out of the sun most of the time. I do not want to lay out and tan. It's not for me. But they're like falling asleep on the floaties, you know, just they're out there just baking in the sun, and I'm like, oh, you guys, your skin, oh no, don't do this to yourselves. Ooh, your dermatologist is gonna have a field day with you. Anyway, but they tan, so like they're people who naturally can tan, unlike me, who just turns lobster. So yeah, I kind of tried to find me a shady spot to hide, and I had my big old hat on, and that helped. And it was really just a fun day at the pool though, and I enjoyed it. I haven't gone swimming, and I don't think I even went swimming last summer. I might have like once. So it was nice, and you know, it was a nice little extra workout to throw in to just swim back and forth and move your body, and it's so low impact and just very gentle. But yeah, I was tuckered out last night. I went to sleep so quickly at like 8 o'clock. I was out, and I slept until I got up around 4:35 when my husband went to work. I took my medicine, and I did the same thing I did yesterday, or day before yesterday. No, the same thing I did yesterday. I looked at Pumpkin, I was like, you want to lay back down for a little while? And so I took another like hour and a half sleep and then got up. But I've just been like, just dragging. Like, I'm still trying to finish my smoothie for breakfast. I'm just like, just lazy today. But not like miserable feeling. I feel like I worked out. I feel like how you feel after you had a nice long day the day before, where you're just kind of, you know, a little tired, but relaxed and nice feeling. So not doing anything strenuous today. I'm gonna wash my hair because a girl that needs to get washed, because I can smell pool in it and it's driving me crazy. I hate that. If I hadn't gotten home so late last night, like we didn't get home till like 7, I would have washed it last night, but by the time I got home, I was so tired, and my husband was ready for bed too because he had a horrible day at work. So, you know, 113 degree heat index, and he's outside working and around very hot equipment. So yeah, he had a rough day. Anyway, I am going to use my Virtue new stuff here for full hair. It's like a thickening shampoo and conditioner system. We're going to try that today. Definitely going to do a double cleanse because I have the oil in, and just to kind of get everything out of my hair. So that is the plan. And yeah, I'm going to probably just edit some videos and be a lazy girl today. Just do some computer work. So I'm just letting the oil hang out for right now. So I think I'm going to go like get a portion of a video edited, get to a stopping point, and then come wash the hair, take a nice, really good bath, like a good soak. Make sure we got all the SPF off our body and all that stuff, and slather myself in some lotion because I'm feeling a bit dry. I am using the Peter Thomas Roth Firmex stuff, the Tight and Toned. I feel like it is already kind of making a difference in my arms. Like, I do think they look a little smoother. They feel a lot better, like the hydration levels and the skin is feeling so smooth in my arm area. I'm like, oh, nice. So there's definitely something to this. Is it gonna cure your every little bit of cellulite in your body? Absolutely not. I don't think it's gonna cure anything. But it definitely does help, like, just plump the skin up and make it look a little juicier. So it's very, you know, surface level stuff, but yeah, I'm happy with it. And I do think I have a little bit of color now that I like see myself in the viewfinder and in the mirror. I'm like, maybe we did get a slight bit of color, but we're not burned. So that's what the rest of my day looks like. It's gonna be editing, letting this soak in my hair, nice little treatment, and then we're gonna wash it and style it and all that jazz. All right, I'll see y'all later. Okay, hair is about 95% dry. I'm gonna let it air dry the rest of the way. Here's something really strange I've noticed the older I'm getting, the darker my hair is. I can't tell where I've colored my hair from my roots anymore. Do I just have brown hair now? You know, I used to have reddish blonde, kind of like a dark strawberry blonde auburn hair color was my natural color. And now we're just mousy brown. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let air dry the rest of the way because it's mostly dry, just like a little bit within the curl clumps. It's like slightly damp. But we got a decent little cast today. I tried out a new combo of products. Let me show you. I use the Strictly Curls Curl Enhancing Styling Foam. This is an extra hold, and it's supposed to reduce frizz, enhance shine, define curls. It's vitamin E, silk proteins in it. It's the Strictly Curls from Marc Anthony. I really like this mousse. It's definitely become one of my favorite mousses. And I've been pairing it up with the Ouidad Out of Thin Hair Volumizing Jelly for my kind of gel styler. I really like this for like a light hold. It's still a pretty decent hold. It has really good grit to it. Like, it gives my hair some texture, which it really needs because I have very thin, fine hair. This stuff is amazing. It might be my new favorite hair product ever. But anyways, pairing them up together, ooh, I get some good hold from the mousse, and then volume and goodness from this as well. And the mousse kind of gives a little bit of volume also, so it's a really nice combo. It's doing some good things for me. And then I just mist my hair over with some of the Pantene Air Spray that's alcohol free. I see Curlsmith just launched an alcohol free hairspray that I'm kind of interested in. I saw some good results, but can it be that different than my Pantene alcohol free hairspray? Probably not. And it's gonna cost way more. I would love to get like a whole Curlsmith routine. Like, I'm constantly sold on their products every time I see them. That's expensive, and I go through a lot of hair product. I got long hair. I would tear through it. I'm being so like using as little as possible of this because I don't want to tear through it so fast. Ouidad's not like overly expensive. I think that's like $25, and it's a lot of product in here, and so far I feel like it's lasting me a really long time. Like, I'm not tearing through it like I do some of my other hair product. Also, the shampoo and conditioner that I tried out from Virtue, very nice products. Shampoo has a really nice lather, did a good job cleansing my hair. The conditioner, actually, it's very thick, and when I put it in my hair, I was like, oh, this doesn't have any slip. This is not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to tangle with this. No, my hair detangled just fine. And it left my hair feeling very moisturized, hydrated, all the good things without feeling weighed down. So that was quite nice, a really good experience with it. And I was really expecting it to be a bit more lightweight and not quite as hydrating as I need, because that's the struggle, is thin, fine hair, but I also have dry, porous hair. It can be a little bit coarse, and I need a lot of hydration in my hair, but I also need it to not weigh my hair down, because then it looks like I have 3 hairs. Yeah, I think it was a really nice balance in a conditioner. Like, it did the job without feeling too heavy or too light. But it really I did not feel like it had slip in it. When I first put it through, I was like, my hair felt like it was just kind of drinking it up. So I did have to use a little bit more. I use a lot of conditioner anyway because I have pretty long hair. It doesn't look long right now because it's all spiraled up. But when it is blown out, or when I let it dry straight, it goes almost to my butt. I have trimmed it recently, so it's in a little bit better shape. I'm hoping this hair part works out for me because I like the way it looks right now. Yeah, I'm gonna scrunch out the crunch later on, probably. Maybe even leave it until tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. Got a video edited today. That's pretty much all I've accomplished. It's like halfway editing a video and doing my hair. And taking a nice bath, like did the exfoliating, all that jazz, really scrubbed, make sure I got all the sunscreen off my body. And I think tomorrow I'll throw on a little bit of self-tan just on the upper body because I don't feel like messing with my legs. I might, if I get a wild hair and get my husband to help me with it, I might get him to do the tanner on the back of my legs. That's why I don't mess with tanning my legs, is because I have a hard time reaching back behind. Like, I have spots that I miss. And he can kind of come in behind me and make sure I get on my... What is up today? A very exciting Monday around here. Right, okay, so then we go finish editing that video I am working on. I'm gonna put a clip here to get this out of my face a bit because I don't like my hair in my face. I know it looks goofy. I don't care. Deal with it. Where's my other one?